My name is Max. I'm here with Technique Vehicle Outfitters. We're one of the OEV dealers here in Bend, Oregon, which is nice because we have this show going on here this weekend right in our hometown. I'm here with Rachael, aka Sunray, on social media, and she's an owner of an OEV backcountry 5.85 camper in the back of her Toyota. And we're going to talk to her a little bit today about what she likes about the camper. So I just wanted to say hey. I noticed that you have this in a Tundra. Can you tell us a little bit about how this camper works in your truck?
Yeah, totally. So when I first got this camper on my truck, the owner told me that I wouldn't even feel the weight, and it's true. When I'm driving, I hardly even notice the camper on the back of my truck. The dry weight is 1,000 pounds. It's so lightweight, and over the last year living in the camper, I've gone on all kinds of roads imaginable, through river crossings in Alaska, through really deep sand, up steep mountain hills. The camper has just held up miraculously and has performed so well on every road that I've taken it on.
That's one of the things we hear a lot from our customers. They say that they take these things where they didn't think they could take an actual truck camper.
Yeah.
And that's it goes to show just how they're made.
Totally.
How do you feel about so this is the 5.85, so it's the smaller of the two backcountries. How does it feel for you being in that camper as living in it?
Honestly, I feel like I've maximized every corner of the camper, but if you walk into my camper, it has a very cozy, homey feeling. Even though it's like a camper that completely rips off-road, it's still super cozy. I have everything that I need inside of my camper, and I love how many I also have exterior space on the camper as much as a lot of interior space to store all of my things, and me and Fado have been able to live in it very comfortably over the last year or so.
That must be a little bit of a challenge having a full-size dog with a full-size human in there as well, but I know at least my dog takes up a lot more space than they give up. But how does he do in the camper?
He loves it. Every night he loves being outside, so we're adventuring all day during the day, and then at night he sleeps in the bed with me every night. And I love to open our emergency window because then I have a clear view of wherever we're camping, and he loves to stick his head out the window and just keep an eye on things. It's really cute.
So I understand that you spend quite a bit more time in this camper than most folks do. So how do you specifically use this camper?
Totally. So I've been living on the road full-time for 3 years. I've had this camper for a little bit over a year. I work a full-time remote job, so I'm sitting at my desk for sometimes 8 to 9 hours a day, working on my Starlink. And my dog, he's just sitting outside. It's honestly the best thing ever. I love being able to get all my work done, but also be somewhere really quiet and nature so I can go outside and take breaks and relax. And he's always free running around. It's pretty fun.
So being in a full-time position on this camper, do you feel do you have any maybe memorable testaments to the maybe ideas or reasons why maybe you had a moment where you said to yourself, I'm glad I have this camper?
Yeah, so before I got this OEV camper, I had 2 other pop-up campers that were not great. So the first one, the roof ripped off on windstorm in Mexico while I was driving down the highway.
Yikes.
It was almost a Mary Poppins moment. And my second camper was a really old camper as well, and it was not great. And so when I knew I wanted to invest in something quality, I chose OEV because I knew that they're the most durable. I call them Rachael proof because I kind of destroy everything. For example, I flooded my camper with 15 gallons of water. I left the sink on while driving, but it was okay because OEVs are boat grade material and everything dried out super, super fast. And yeah, I just had a little floor cleaning.
That's why I usually tell customers you can drop a bucket of water in there and all you got to do is mop it up and you'll be just fine. So I'm glad that you experienced that in a slightly different way by accident, but it still worked out for you.
It was
in the
on
end.
purpose.
So
the floor.
If you could summarize, what do you think is what is Overland Explorer Vehicles and what does it allow you to do?
Yeah. I think why I'm so passionate about road life is because I feel like I'm living my best quality life on the road because I spend so much time in nature and just really living hiking. Me and my dog, we love to go on backcountry trips, so we'll go 3 days pack rafting or backpacking. We come back and I can have a hot shower with my Truma water heater, and I can have ice cream in my freezer, but I'm like in the middle of nowhere. Or I'm on business calls with like 5 business people, and they're like, "Oh, where are you, Rachel?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just like 70 miles down in the desert working from my Starlink." And it's been a really cool way to live an interesting life.
Well, I'm glad you've been able to find a little bit of home on the road in your home on your truck.
Yeah.
Thanks for spending some time with me today talking about your camper.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm really excited that you love it as much as you do.
Thank you. The OEV has been the best decision that I've ever made for road life.
Heck yeah. Awesome. Thanks.